Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against Paco, and as you can see, he has a very powerful looking team there, so it should definitely be another tough challenge, and we're going to get right into it. So, looking at the team preview, I really wasn't sure what he was going to lead with. He definitely has a lot of solid options there, but he actually ends up leading with the Gengar, as I decided to lead with my Shiinotic ET. So, turn one, he is actually going to go straight for a switch. I'm guessing he might have been predicting a Spore, because he is going to come in with the Whimsicott, as I actually decided to switch myself, not wanting to risk getting taken out with a poison attack straight away, so I am going to come in with my Jellicent. So he is actually going to go for the fake tears here, which was a pretty big surprise. That is going to harshly drop my special defense, as I am going to fire off an Ice Beam in return, trying to get as much damage as possible. That is going to take this thing down to about a quarter. But this turn I do have to switch out with the special defense drop. I know I shouldn't be able to survive a grass attack, so I'm going to come in with Shiinotic, once again predicting that. But he actually goes for the Toxic instead, and he is going to land that to badly poison me. And then I'm going to take some damage from the poison. So he is just going to go for a Tailwind this turn to go ahead and increase the speed of his entire team for several turns, as I am just going to go for a Moonblast in return, and that will be enough to finish off the Whimsicott and drop him down to 5 Pokemon, as I am going to regain some health with the leftovers and then take some damage from the poison once again. So then he is going to come back in with Gengar, and here I decided to stay in, thinking he either might not have the poison move or might overpredict. He actually goes for the Mega Evolution into Mega Gengar, which is Uber, but what are you going to do? So he actually ends up going for the Thunder, probably predicting the switch into the Jellicent again. So not going to do a whole lot of damage there to me. And then I am going to be able to go for the Spore in return, which will put this thing to sleep, which is of course nice for me. So I'm going to regain some more health with the leftovers, and then I'm going to take some more damage from the poison, which leaves me a little above half health. Unfortunately, thanks to the Shadow Tag ability on the Gengar, I can't switch out, so I'm forced to stay in. Luckily, he is asleep this turn, though, as I am just going to hit him with a Moonblast for some chip damage. It is the best attack I have for this thing, so I'm not going to do too much of anything there, but I do get more leftovers recovery and then take more damage from the poison. So this turn he is asleep once again, so nothing he can do, which is nice for me, of course. I am just going to hit him with another Moonblast, trying to further chip this thing down. It does knock him a little below half this time, as I do regain more health with the leftovers. And then after the poison damage, I do just barely survive in the red with 15 health, and that is going to be it for his Tailwind. So he is actually going to switch out this turn, not exactly sure why, since his chances of waking up are pretty high, but he is going to switch into the Muck, as I do just go for another Moonblast, so that isn't going to do too much damage to this thing. I do regain more health with the leftovers, but I am actually going to go down to the poison damage this turn, which will drop me down to 5 Pokemon as well. So then I'm going to go ahead and come in with my Regirock, the Rock, and I do outspeed this thing. I'm just going to go for a Stealth Rock to get that entry hazard set up on his side of the field. He is actually going to go for an Acid Armor in return, which was another surprise, but that is going to sharply increase his defense, trying to set up to survive some attacks here. I am going to hit him with an Earthquake this turn, trying to get as much damage as possible. That will knock him down to about a third health, but unfortunately he is carrying the Figgy Berry, so he is going to eat that, which puts him back up to almost full, which does suck. He hits me with a knockoff in return, which is going to take me down by about a third with a critical hit, and he is going to take some damage from the Rocky Helmet there, but then get rid of that Rocky Helmet, which does suck. So this turn I'm going to hit him with another Earthquake, trying to do as much damage as possible once again. I do take him back down to about a third there, as he is going to go for another Acid Armor to increase his defense even further. Not exactly sure why, since I don't think he has a reliable way to recover, but I'm going to hit him with another Earthquake this turn, which he is going to survive with about a quarter of his health, and then he is going to just go for another knockoff, maybe predicting a switch. So that is going to leave me a little above half. So this turn I am going to go for a Stone Edge just in case he decided to switch. That does knock him into the red, but he does survive and then hits me with a Payback, which will take me down to about a third of my health. But this turn I am just going to fire off one more Earthquake. And finally that will be enough to finish off the Muck and drop him down to 4 Pokemon. So then he is going to come in with Tapu Koko. And he's going to take some damage from the rocks and get the Electric Surge to set the electric terrain on the battlefield. And he is just going to go for the Grass Knot here. I stayed in not wanting to risk a switch out at this point, so that is going to be more than enough to take down my Regirock and drop me down to 4 Pokemon. So then I am going to come in with my Electros. And he is actually just going to go for a Volt Switch here to get some chip damage, and of course the mandatory switch. And so off of that, he is going to come back in with the Gengar. I assume it as fodder at this point. He does take damage from the rocks, and then I am just going to go for the Wild Charge, which will be more than enough to finish off the Gengar and drop him down to 3 Pokemon. And I'm going to take some recoil damage there, as well as regain some more health with the leftovers. So then he is going to come in with Mimikyu, and he does take the damage from the rocks. And I'm actually going to move first here, which was a surprise. I'm going to hit him with a U-turn just to go ahead and break the decoy, which I do, and then of course get the mandatory switch. And off of that, I am going to go ahead and come in with my Alolan Persian, the Fat Cat, as he actually is going to go for the Trick Room, which was definitely a pretty big surprise on his side once again. That is going to make all the slower Pokemon move first for several turns. So now he is going to move first and go for the Swords Dance to get that sharp attack increase, trying to set up on me once again. But I am going to decide to go ahead and bust out the Z move this turn on my Persian, which is the Dark Z move. And that, of course, is going to be the Black Hole Eclipse. So this is coming off of Dark Pulse, so I am hoping to take this thing out here with this. And I do end up getting a critical hit. I'm not sure if it mattered or not. It might depend on his spread since I am max special attack. But that is going to take care of the Mimikyu there, which was really nice, dropping him down to 2 Pokemon. So then he is going to come back in with Tapu Koko and take more damage from the rocks. And I am going to outspeed this thing thanks to the Trick Room. I am going to hit him with an Icy Wind. It is Technician boosted, the best move I have for him. Taking him a little below half, but he does survive and go for the Nature's Madness in return, which is going to cut my HP in half there. And that is going to be it for the Electric Terrain. So he is going to go for another Volt Switch this turn just to get more damage. He is going to knock me down to the red, but I do survive with 4 health. And then he is going to get the mandatory switch and come in with the Volcarona off of that. And he is going to lose half his health to the Stealth Rock, which is nice, as I am just going to go for another Icy Wind. So not going to do too much damage to this thing, but I am going to get the speed drop, which will be nice when the Trick Room wears off. So he is going to outspeed me here, again thanks to the Trick Room, and just go for the Giga Drain, which will be more than enough to finish off my Persian there and drop me down to 3 Pokemon, as he does regain a little HP off of that, and that is going to be it for the Trick Room. So then I'm going to come in with my Combuskin Hot Wings, as he is still going to outspeed me here and go for the Quiver Dance to get the special attack, special defense, and speed increase, trying to set up on me once more, as I do go for a Rock Slide and actually miss, which was pretty unfortunate, but then I do get my speed boost to increase my speed. This turn he actually gets greedy and decides to go for another Quiver Dance to get another special attack, special defense, and speed increase, but I am just going to go for the Rock Slide once again. Luckily I don't miss again. That will be more than enough to finish off the Volcarona and drop him down to just 1 Pokemon, as I am going to get another speed boost to increase my speed. So finally he is going to come back in with Tapu Koko, and he is going to take more damage from the rocks and get the electric surge, set the electric terrain once more. Not really going to matter though, since after the 2 speed boosts I should definitely outspeed this thing. I am just going to go straight for the Flare Blitz, and that will be enough to finish off the Tapu Koko. And after I take some recoil damage, that is game. So I won that one 3-0 against Paco, but that was a really good match. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.